All right, welcome back, everybody. It was 12 years ago. The last EF-5 tornado to hit the United States tore through Moore, Oklahoma. Now, it was an incredibly tragic disaster. It cut right through the heart of the city, and it killed 24 people and injured dozens more. Now, the storm ripped apart families, including that of a young Aria Vargyas, who was just 8 years old in their elementary school that collapsed around her when the tornado hit. But her two sisters, 4-year-old Karina and 7-month-old Sydney, died when the tornado devastated their house. And that's enough to really beat anybody down, crush them. But now, 12 years later, Aria is studying to be a meteorologist, motivated by the experience that shaped her. So let me welcome in Aria right now. Aria, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Obviously, tragic situation 12 years ago, but now you're studying to be a meteorologist. What are you going to do with the degree?
Well, I mean, I want to go and chase storms ultimately, but with the degree, I just want to help change lives and help save those as well, due to anybody who's been impacted by any weather or storm event, including my family. And so ultimately, with that degree, that's what I want to do. And by storm chasing or researching anything in the aspect of meteorology.
Ari, I'm incredibly sorry to hear about your story. I remember it, and I know there's a memorial out there too for your two sisters. Tell me about where you are in your meteorology program right now. What year are you studying?
I'm a third year currently at A&M, so I've gotten through all my basic core classes, all the regular ones, and now I'm on the ATMO courses, and so I'm studying in detail with air quality and in detail with atmospheric chemistry and just learning the actual fine tuning of what meteorology is and all the science behind it instead of just that's the radar on the screen. I can actually now tell you what goes into how we can tell what it is on that radar.
I got to tell you, Ari, now is when the meteorology courses start to get fun. You're talking about, all right, no more thermodynamics. Let's get the
No.
synoptic stuff, right? So now you're talking
Yeah.
about how the atmosphere actually moves around. Now you're starting to get to the fun stuff.
Yes, I can actually start to kind of predict, not fully just because I'm still going through my schooling, but my parents will call me back home and they'll be like, "What's going to happen in Oklahoma this weekend?" And so I can actually go and look at my own different models and data and give them a whole debrief on what's going to be happening and what they might be expecting.
You know, it's great when I did that with my parents. They're like, all right, finally, my money's coming through. I mean, it's actually working for you. Absolutely. So, Ari,
Yes.
what made you choose Texas? What made you choose Texas A&M? You're from Oklahoma. I would figure maybe Norman or something like that.
Well, yes, I actually was originally going to go to OU, and
Mhm.
then my freshman year while at Westmore High School, I did a research project, and in that research, I found out that A&M was at the time ranked number 1 for meteorology, and so I just completely changed my script. I was like, "I'm going to this school. They say they're number 1. I wanna go to the best school for meteorology." And then I also do want to travel and just see outside of Oklahoma, and it being right there, the neighboring state, I said that works for me, and it was just an easy decision, and I set on it ever since my freshman year.
Now, are you happy that you chose meteorology?
Yes, I am very much so happy. I couldn't be happier. I don't think there's another degree I could choose
Yeah.
to go to.
What do your parents think about the decision? Are they in full support of you?
Oh yes, my dad tells me every single day how proud of me he is, and my mom reminds me every time I'm crying about an exam or anything. She'll be like, "This is what you're going to do. This is your dream. I have faith in you." And she just wishes me the best of luck. Like I have full support from both of them, and they could not be prouder, honestly.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, what do you think you're going to do? You graduate in what, another year, right? Are you going to go on to get a master's? What are you thinking about?
I did think about my master's. Right now, following graduation, it wouldn't be directly after, maybe go back to school later on down the road. But just right after college, I do want to somehow have a job lined up with maybe a news station and start just learning the works on how we do forecasting and stuff at whatever station I would be at. And then further on down the road, and the big idea would be researching and storm chasing and possibly even having my own team.
Hmm.
And like I said, that's the big goal in the end, but I'll be working my way up towards that
I mean,
starting out of college.
it sounds like a great goal to me. Absolutely. So, so far, Ari, what's been your favorite meteorology class?
I will have to say it was the 201 lab because at that point we actually got to use barometers and other different measurement tools and go outside and learn the atmospheric elements in person and in real life instead of just looking at lecture notes or slides or anything. We got
Mhm.
to put our hands on materials and things that meteorologists use now.
Uh,
And
we,
so that I would have to say that would be my
were
favorite.
you doing a sling psychrometer? Were you out there trying to get the wet bulb temperature?
Yeah. Yes, no, my teacher, he had about 8 of those, sling psychrometers, and he was like, "So we're gonna go outside and we're gonna test." And so I even got to use it, and I had the biggest smile on my face. Honestly, I was just a little kid in a candy store.
That's great. Have you guys been able to launch a Raywin sound yet? The balloons? I know that's part of the curriculum
Um,
too.
yes, they have. I have not, unfortunately, because of the times they've done it. I've just been, busy, but hopefully next time they do launch a weather balloon, I'll be free. I know they've done it a few times, and this spring has been already active, so
Mhm.
I'm having my fingers crossed that I'll get to launch a balloon.
Yeah, have you gone chasing yet? I mean, I know it's been an active spring, maybe not as much for Oklahoma yet, but we know things are going to start to change. Have you actually gone chasing yet this year?
Not this year. Back in 2024, I did get to go chasing in North Texas back when we had some tornadoes in Vernon, Burke, Burnett, kind of that area.
Hmm.
Me and a few other students in our organization within A&M, we got to go out there and storm chase. And I have pictures and videos. And that was I think an 8-hour day of chasing. And it was like a dream come true, honestly.
Yeah, could you see everything coming together? What did you see that day?
I just because you could see the circulation with the clouds and how the structure was forming, and so I was just in awe. My jaw was dropped out the window because I wasn't driving, thank God. But I was just in the back seat, mouth was just dropped, and I'm seeing all the circulations and kind of the updraft actually go into the storm system. And then I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I'm learning. This is what I want to do. And then I think I had like an adrenaline rush for the next 12 hours after that.
That's great. Do you have the same adrenaline rush as our exclusive storm trackers do? We've got Brandon Kopic that replaces a windshield, it seems like every other week. Have you
Yeah.
purposely driven into a hail shaft yet?
No, not yet, but we have our rules with our org. Maybe if I was personally chasing, I would thread the lines, but I know that my parents would not be happy if I
Yeah.
did that. So I do have to make sure I follow their rules as well.
Yeah. My daughter, she's at Ole Miss right now. She wants to storm chase as well. I'm like, why don't you not do that? Why don't you just
Yeah, why
chill?
don't we stay away from the danger?
I know, that's exactly right. Well, Ari, you're a joy to talk to. I really appreciate it, and you really got
Yeah.
the basics down. So it is so great to talk to you. Good luck with the meteorology degree. I know it's coming along your way. You have another year before you graduate.
Yes, I do.
Oh,
Hopefully, I'll pass all my classes.
you'll be fine. Once you get through the math, you get through ODE, all that stuff, you'll be great. It's a piece of cake. Synoptic, all that stuff is great. Aria Vargyas, thank you so much. The University,
Thank you.
Texas A&M University student. You're an Aggie. Great to talk to you, my friend. I hope to talk to you again soon when you get that degree.
I will reach out. Thank you.
Excellent. Good to talk to you.
You too.